Okay, today I want to talk a little bit about some strategies that we have talked about in school, and I hope that you're using when you're working on your basic facts. Today I'm just going to talk about some addition strategies that we've talked about. So the first one is adding zero. So remember, zero has a value and the value is zero. It holds the place, and so it's still an important number. So if my equation is 5 add 0, so I'm starting at 5 and I'm adding 0. Does this number change? Is it changing the value on this side of the equation? No, it's not. So I'm starting at 5, I'm adding 0. My value on this side of the equation is still 5. So I put 5 on this side. Remember, equal sign does not mean the answer, right? It means a balance on both sides of the equation. So the value on this side of the equation has to be the same as on this side of the equation. That equal sign does not mean the answer. It means a balance on both sides. So when you add 0 to a number, it doesn't change the value on this side of the equation. So those ones should be pretty straightforward when you're looking at your basic facts. Our next strategy is counting on. So we can count on by ones or we can count on by twos. If I look at this equation here, 5 add 1. So I'm looking at starting at 5 and I'm just adding on the next number, 5, 6. So my value on this side is 6. So value on this side is 6. Counting on, adding 2. Start at 5, adding 2 more, 5, 6, 7. My value is 7. Some tools to help you with counting on strategy would be a number line. Can you get that number line in? Okay. Would be to have a number line. My number line is laminated, so it's plastic, and so I like this number line because I can reuse it. So if I look at that number that the equation I had, 5 add 2, if I start at 5, and if I'm adding 2 more, so we know that if we're adding, we're putting 2 small numbers together to make a bigger number, so the value is going to be greater. So adding means my number gets bigger, my value gets bigger, and it's 2 jumps. 1, 2. So we're at 7. 5. 2 jumps on my number line is 7. So if you have a number line at home, or if you can make a number line, that would be a handy tool. We have made number lines before in grade 1, and so this might look familiar. Mrs. Rowe is making a open number line. So here I have 0 to 20, and we've done open number lines so many times in first grade that you can make your own number line at home. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take, Mrs. Rowe will use a marker. You're going to take an open number line, so you can start at 0 and end at 20. We know what is half of 20. What number is going to be in the middle? That's right, 10. What number is right in the middle of 0 and 10? What's half of 10? Good, 5. And what number is between 10 and 20? What number is right in the middle? Right, 15. So I can break up my number line like that, and then I have to add how many between 0 and 5? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, because if you're making your number line, it won't be laminated. I wouldn't have you actually do the hops on it, but what you could do is, Mrs. Rowe made this one, a beaded number line, so I can reuse this one. And so all I did was I made my number line on the bottom, just like I showed you how. I put a pipe cleaner in, and it was really simple. I just poked the ends through the ends of my number line and put a piece of tape to hold it, and I put a bead on it. So my bead doesn't quite go to 0, but that's okay. So I could do the same equation. 5 add 2, I could start at 5, and then how many jumps? 2 jumps. 1, 2. What number is my bead at? My bead's at 7. So you can use the number line to help you with count up, okay? Same if I wanted to do counting down for subtraction, but I can talk about that another day. Okay. Our next strategy would be doubles. And so remember, we've done doubles many times. Doubles can be 0 add 0 is 0, 1 add 1 is 2, 2 add 2 is 4, 3 add 3 is 6, 4 add 4 is 8, 5 add 5 is 10. Now, I know I ran out of fingers, but we keep going, right? 6 add 6 is 12, 7 add 7 is 14, 8 add 8 is 16, 9 add 9 is 18, and 10 add 10 is 20. So those doubles are just practicing, thinking about those even numbers that can be equally broken into two doubles, right? All of the answers for doubles are even numbers. And our last strategy is making 10, so those friendly numbers for making 10. And I have a couple of games to help with making 10, but I will do that in a separate video.